What do you hate most about the world today? How people think their opinions are like facts, and if people don't feel the same way, they're the enemy. Social media has made people's opinions so much more important than they should be. But this is just my opinion, lol. Honesty and admitting wrongdoing is a liability, wherein the risk outweighs the reward. The fact that I don't know where to start. How expensive it's getting to survive. Social media is like an open mic night where everyone has a mic. Everything is subscription now. And I understand why. Good, reliable monthly income for a company. But it feels like everything is turning subscription. Movie services make sense, maybe music, but Photoshop. Virtual machines. This is very old school of me, but I want to buy something once and then own it. I don't want to pay a monthly price for everything. The only way to not be terribly depressed all the time is to not pay attention to what's going on. And #X200B. That's pretty fucked up. Everyone is out for themselves, and somehow lying, dishonesty is bad for everyone else but okay for them. It never ceases to amaze me how self-centered people are, and it's very disturbing. Lack of empathy everywhere. Dating, platonic social interactions, workplace, online in general, people be treating each other like expendables. I don't know why. Or if the world was always this way and I am only noticing as an adult. Edit. Oh gosh, guys, thank you for all the awards and upvotes. I was going through some tough emotions when I wrote that yesterday, and this is actually making me feel good. Politics getting into science. How stupid people are. Everyone thinks they're fucking experts on everything, and no one listens to real subject matter experts anymore. No one wants to challenge their opinions or what they know. Anti-intellectualism and the superficiality of the internet that is impossible to escape. I wish everyone rebuilt their community IRL. Politics and money run everything. And every good person who tries to get involved to make change doesn't make it far because the folks at the top are corrupt and run everything. I hate how we are constantly being divided every which way we can. We're all human regardless of our differences, and given the fact that in this day and age we have yet to find life on other planets, we should consider ourselves extremely lucky and start treating life as precious as it is. The lack of empathy everyone seems to have, like some people care more about being right than actually having a conversation, and they're so close-minded it drives me nuts. Can we rephrase the question to, what do I not hate? Not the worst, people have already said it. I hate how normalized needing to be famous on social media purely for validation, and not for your content, has become. I don't mean this as a dig, but if you are making content and want to become famous, you should probably have a marketable skill, comedy, acting, singing, anything else, prior to that, instead of trying to make one up after you've got a following. Fucking media's companies. They took over the world. In my country, whatever you search about politics in Google, all the result will lead you to one single fucking multimedia corporation, since the others aren't as big and powerful as them. How everything is so fucking expensive. A lot of stuff already disappeared and nobody knew because we never discovered it. Imagine deep sea species that only lived in certain areas now contaminated. They are now extinct but we never saw them. The gap between rich and poor. It's ridiculous how some people are insanely rich while there are people who starve most of the days. How much being a shit person is actually celebrated and encouraged. The rampant stupidity. People aren't just misinformed or uninformed, they blatantly refuse to actually seek out information or accept facts. People are seemingly proud of their stupidity and it just disgusts me. People exploit social issues and mental health awareness on social media and pretend to care by making posts about them saying they care and are there for those people, but they only make those posts to make themselves look good publicly. The fact is most of them do absolutely nothing to help in their personal lives, and they often ignore and turn their backs on the very people they publicly claim to care about and have empathy for. Actions speak louder than words. Propaganda. It's not really new, but it's something that I really hate, and don't hear people talk about it very often. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. The fact that we can't unite as a species yet. It's going to kill us all if we can't start working towards a common goal. Not in my lifetime, not in your children's, but eventually our species will pay for everything we do unless we unite and advance. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it anymore, and what's it seems weird and scary. It'll happen to you, Abe Simpson. Edited to correct to Abe from Homer. I hate that a small group of investors, executives, and professionals are rewarded extremely well for cutting costs by creating dead-end jobs, reducing wages to poverty levels, and selling mediocre products with shiny packaging and advertising. Because of this process, everything is extremely boring and low quality. All stores, restaurants look the same. You rarely see anything unique. My grandfather raised 8 kids, supported his wife, and paid a mortgage on a 40-50-hour-a-week manager's salary at Sears. They had a 2 weeks interstate vacation every year. It wasn't anything lavish. Usually they went by station wagon to West Virginia, where my grandparents were from, or they went to Venice, Florida or something. But it was still 2 weeks of vacation for 10 people. They never took government assistance. That is so far from fantasy these days it's not even fathomable. If somebody put that in a movie, most people would be unable to suspend their disbelief. In fact, it's absurd to even expect I could support just myself with a comparable job today. How one greedy person can have a negative impact on 100 others. Basically everything. Such immense powers of innovation and problem solving, and we're letting greedy, shitty people run everything. The world seems tailor-made to protect stupid assholes from their consequences and inconvenience, or even hurt decent people. The fact so many people have become completely incapable of dealing with others who have a difference of opinion in a calm, mature, rational manner. The second they learn you don't agree with them, they become the most hateful, intolerant, angry, and sometimes violent people imaginable. All while crying that you are the hateful, intolerant one. SMH. How the human race may have already triggered the inevitable destruction of the planet's ecosphere, that we are unable to work together to try to reverse the damage, and that a significant portion of the world population refuses to acknowledge that there is a problem. Taco Bell canceling the Mexican pizza. Littering. I see people throw small bits of trash out their windows constantly. It makes me furious. I don't know about the whole world, but this is for sure in the US. The combination of social media and reality TV seems to be leading people to believe they are like the main character in life, and that they have an audience. Like life is now a reality TV show and they are stars online. How everything revolves around companies, businesses, etc. Our whole lives rely on working, and everything we see and do involves a business. I would like to see more leisure and family focus in the world. People seem to be outraged over everything, and a lot of it rightfully so, but my grandpa gave me a great bit of advice growing up, and with the invention of the internet it's only gotten more relevant. There are 1,000 hills you could die on, make sure that hill is a mountain. Fuck scalpers. Everything sells out instantly and put up on eBay. It's impossible to get Pokemon cards or anything that's slightly limited supply. Graphics cards are fucked. Apparently even Halloween decorations are being scalped. Fuck off scalpers. Get a goddamn actual job. That no one cares about privacy anymore. Everyone just posts everything all the time. How everything seems to have turned to shit in my lifetime. It was never super great, but it was at least good. Now it seems the world is shit on a shingle, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. For the first time in my life I'm genuinely worried about WWII starting. Welp. I am currently sitting in an airport where people are carrying on loud conversations, folks are talking loudly on their cell phones where I can hear both sides of the conversation, folks playing brain-dead cartoon music videos for their kids with no headphones. So, too much noise. That the media has suddenly gone silent regarding the Uyghur concentration camps and genocide in China. That money, something inherently non-existent, is a higher value than life itself. Political correctness, woke, victim mentality. Tribalism and celebrity worship. Typing that made me feel like a neckbeard, but man, if I have to hear Joe Rogan's opinion from someone else's mouth one more time I'm going to move to the Klondike and disappear. How black and white everyone says everything is. Nobody acts like there's nuance anymore. The fact that some people go to space is a hobby, and others die because they can't afford insulin or other healthcare. Woke snowflakes. We have the softest generation of humans.